Hey, my name is PolishLynx, welcome again to Lucid9, and well, basically, we can continue the game. I attempt to check off the cameras I had to the cafeteria, so that's where we actually went, but Natsuki's words linger in the back of my mind. Thankfully, when I arrive, Yahiko immediately waves me over, face cheerily shining. Have a seat, my little minion, today's special is baby back ribs. I can see that from your plate. You can divine stuff from my plate? Look into my love-life fortune. He's acting awfully normal. Did he already forget that he's supposed to be 2000 years into the future? Just eat. Well, I suppose I'll let you slide this time, but the master is supposed to command his minions, not the other way around. Exactly. What? Nothing. I glance around the cafeteria as I start on my own plate. I recognize quite a few faces. Natsuki and Elizabeth surrounded by groupies. Masato and a few drag members. Akira and a few drama club members. Rui's absent, probably speaking to Mr. Ryota on my behalf. Misaki too, for I rarely see her around outside of class. And in the corner, eating alone, is Airi. She seems to be satisfying herself with her own plate of ribs. Something about the picture looks empty, lonely. Say, that gives me an idea. So, how's it been with the ladies? Huh? Need you even ask? Fantabulous, of course. Would you mind teaching this humble servant your ways? I thought you'd never ask, but why now? I tried to wave off his question by gesturing in Airi's direction. So, how about her? Someone's caught her eye, have they? His eyes flicker in Airi's direction. I expect him to coo about how adorable she is, how lovely her hair is, how perfect her nose or chin is, or whatever is, but he only pauses, his brow furrowed in confusion. Huh? What is it? She looks kinda familiar. Like, really familiar. Ordinarily, I'd think that he's crafting a pickup line, but his bewilderment seems genuine. Where did you see her? I have no clue. Eventually, he just shrugs this off and with an easygoing grin. Well, my good minion, we shouldn't be wasting time. Watch and learn from the great master. Well, guess it's not important. As always, it would be an honor to see your spectacular techniques. I know, right? You should be grateful. I'm not making you pay tuition for such enlightening lessons. Well, they are certainly enlightening, but probably not in the way he's thinking. I bet that the number of girls you've seduced is uncountable. 0. You get it right. Well, technically, 0 is uncountable. First lesson, my dear apprentice, never waste time. Are they eating? Great. Depressed and withdrawn? Fantastic. Saying that they want to be alone? Perfect. Love waits for nobody, Yama, remember that. I can't help but chuckle at just how terrible his advice is. By any chance, have you gotten slapped? Oh yeah, all the time. Why is he saying that like it's a badge of honor? You see, evoking a strong reaction means that you've touched a young lady's heart. Yeah. The line between love and hate is thinner than the line between love and apathy. That's why the most important thing is to make a big impression. That's unusually perceptive. On that note, we arrest the clam, there's an adorable lass to seduce. Yahiko promptly skips over to Airi, eyebrows raised in flirtatious attack. Hey, how does it feel to be the most beautiful girl in the room? Looks like the Ikari is already hitting hard. How will his opponent respond? It's not very effective. Can I see your uniform tag? I gotta see if you were made in heaven. A spectacular hit. How will the last dodge out of this one? China. Huh? The uniforms are made in China. Ikari staggers back from the fatal counter. Well, it seems that he's in a state of shock. The lass seizes this opportunity for an offensive maneuver. Your food. What? Will you eat it? Hey, what are you doing to my ribs? It's a critical hit. The lass's bold move has paralyzed Ikari. You're gonna get fat if you eat so much. I'm 102 pounds. You're what? But you can't be that short. 5 feet, 2 inches. It's super effective. Ikari is silenced. The lass spends her free turns munching at her newly acquired meal. It's sort of adorable, like a baby hamster munching it. But anyway, back to the match. Ikari studies the lass for a moment, no doubt attempting to analyze any potential weak points. This girl's a tough one. Usually I don't allow things like this, but Yama, why do you give it a shot? Nah, I'm just the commentator of this battle. What? Nothing. Thankfully, Ikari decides to switch his attention from the lowly commentator back to his original target. Weren't you responding? You should be honored that someone like me is paying attention to someone like you. Don't tell me, you don't swing that way? I'm straight. A clean hit us at his vital point. It's looking bad for Ikari. Then why? The last merely finishes up Ikari's ribs and moves on to her own. Are you a witch who took some weird potion to resist me? Why are you unaffected by my charms? Ikari has gone berserk. He's attempting wild haymaker. Stop ignoring me. Forget it. You're just like the other commoners. You don't deserve being seduced by a superior being like me. Answer me when I'm talking to you. My meat is getting cold. What an amazing display of indirect trash talking. The lass has just placed Ikari below some humble baby back ribs. You. Ikari heard himself in his confusion. Meanie, bully, I'll leave my revenge. I'll tell you, revenge. And Ikari exits the ring, automatic forfeit. Instant KO. Nothing. As Irie finishes up the meat on her plate, I settle into the chair next to her. It's hard to tell from the stoic expression on her face, but she seems a little happier than a few moments ago. Do you want my ribs? Didn't you eat them all? I did. Then why did you offer? Then why are you here? At the very least, she's more open than when I met her yesterday. I'm sitting. Huh? Sitting is nice. Huh? Her expression doesn't even budge. Sitting makes the world go round. Eh? And sitting is good for you. It's bad for you. Her sudden response catches me off guard. What? Well, at least she's talking to me. That's a start. How can sitting be bad for you? Higher risk in obesity, high cholesterol, lower back pain, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. Okay, I should find a way to play games while standing. That's probably one of the only solution. Damn it. Well, hopefully the running will help me. She says this is so maliciously that I can't tell whether she's joking or deathly serious. But sitting doesn't cause that, right? Irie evaluates me for a moment, but only turns to her food, without a word. I'm searching for a different topic to discuss when she abruptly speaks again. What's your name? Yama Ishimoto. You're not gonna comment on it? You know, it's an unusual name. Not like Lelouch Lamperouge. Yeah. Another very similar name to an human name. Code Geass if you want to check and you don't get it. Lelouch Lamperouge. As in from Code Geass. Yeah, that's the one. You know it? Thankfully, I know it. It's a fairly popular series among young adults, but I'm surprised that someone like her would know about it. I actually watched almost all of them, except for picture dramas and something else. But the full ones watched fully. Well, next to Lelouch Lamperouge there can be many strange names. Irie only reaches into her backpack and begins to munch on a peach. For a moment I pick at my ribs in silence, but she speaks again. What is your deus? My what? God damn it. Deus, special power. Exactly, man. I'm not sure where she's going with this, but I guess I might as well follow her. My special power is creating sardines out of thin air. Can't for fresh. She doesn't seem fazed in the slightest. Both? So freshly canned? I guess. Make some now. Sardines. Of the many weird situations I've encountered over the course of my short life, this just might take the top. She's joking, right? Sure. I flourish my hand and tap the table. There, sardines. That's a table. What was she expecting to see? Actual spontaneous materializations of freshly canned sardines? You know, I can't actually make sardines out of thin air, right? You said you could. Either she's better at trolling than I'm, or she really wasn't joking. I wasn't serious. I'm sorry. Then why do you say it? I'm too baffled by her thought process to make an intelligible reply. Thankfully, Ari only turns to nibbling at her peach, as if she'd never asked the question. The court silence is punctuated by the signature school bell, an opportunity that I take with gratitude. Well, see you. She blinks wildly at me. My name is Ari Hiraga. Okay. That was abrupt. I didn't tell you before. She suddenly stands, picks up her tray and strides to the opposite side of the cafeteria to dump her dishes. Well, that was random. What an eccentric girl. Unless by telling me her name she was trying to say that she trusted me, or that she'd like to become friends. Yes. Maybe she has some kind of mental disability that inhibits her social functions. She's offbeat but interesting. I can see why she became the scapegoat. It's likely that the other students are scared by her unorthodox behavior. Just because she's different, she becomes the bad guy. She seems interesting. As a person. I should know better. They should give her a chance. Exactly. Afternoon classes are another dreary pass. This time even Yahiko is soon, staring into his desk and murmuring nonsensical words under his breath. The moment the bell rings, Masato blazes in the classroom and lunges for me. I instinctively crawl beneath the desk, bracing myself for the full measure of his fury. You! I glance around the classroom. Yahiko is staring blankly at Masato. Elizabeth is once again immersed in conversation with her groupies. Misaki. I very frankly in her direction, but she's too immersed in her phone to pay me any head. You know how many days you've skipped track? 3? Wrong, the answer is too many. Hey look, I've been busy. Like how you been? Busy with what? Napping, eating, thinking? He's got a point. You disappoint me, man. Yeah, join the club. Damn it, just stop ditching. Well, I don't blame him. Rui strides into the room. She hesitates when she sees Misaki, but shakes it off in the blink of an eye. What makes you say that, huh? Well, you know, all you talk about the truck, about his truck. You must probably tired of hearing it by now. But I just don't just run. I can swim too, and do basketball. She ignores him, and approaching Misaki and smiles gently at me. Don't worry, Mr. Yota says that you're not in trouble. Mr. Yota, why would? Oh, right, Shoji, fine. But that's not what's important right now. She has to save me from Masato. Say, Rui, don't you think it's awfully late and we should be... But Misaki rushes in front of me, reaching for Rui's hands. Rui, I need to speak to you about... Rui only steps back from both of us, staring bluntly at Misaki. Why don't you listen? I told you the other day to leave me alone. It's you who isn't listening. She whips around on one heel and marches out of the room. Ah, shucks it. Suck it? This too is that great. Wait, what did you just... But she flies past me and sprints out the room, right on Rui's heels. Masato stares wordlessly at her back. Mouth great babe. That girl, Miyazaki, she was talking straight. Talking what? Nothing ain't nothing. Wait, did you understand her? Hang it, you're changing the subject again, ain't you? What, me? No! You gotta come to drug, man, I'll drag you there myself. Time to resort to drastic measures, since I was ditched by everyone. Actually, where did Yahiko go? That's weird. Well, what's it gonna be? Would you look at the time? I gotta go. Don't do it, man, don't! And I promptly run for my life, lounging over desks and chairs and bowling down the hallway. Oh. Well, supposedly that's what you do in drag, run! There's only one safe place from being bulldozed by his fury, one place that can be a haven for a refugee. I slam my fist against the door, ignoring the bewildered stares of passing students. Mr. Yota, open up before I die! Ah, damn it, kid. Why do you always have to interrupt me in the middle of a battle? Nevertheless, the door creaks open. I jump in and kick it shut, twisting the lock. with what may or may not have been a little more force than necessary. Miss Toyota is staring at me with eyebrows lifted and mouth slightly agape, no doubt taking in my unkempt mass of hair and sweat bedding on my forehead. First a fight, now running from someone. You just love trouble today, don't you, kid? Probably more like a trouble loves me. Okay, important life lesson. Trouble only finds people who are looking for it. So basically I deserve everything that happens to me. Bah, I didn't say that. Just that sometimes people who want nothing more in life than to go through do nothing insignificant and pass only in peace. Well, they actually want a whole lot more. I don't understand. Well then, maybe we should talk about something else. I hesitantly take a seat and glance over my shoulder. No sign of the marvelous Masa. Since you're here, I guess we'd better have a proper session. We're being chased here. Too popular with the girls? As if. It was Masato Kurogane. He loves track and I don't, so he's trying to change that. Oh, and I presume it's not working out so hot for you. Yeah, you could say that. Actually, it seems like Masato's always been in my case because of track, even the first time we met. Well, it was at last year's club recruitment day. I remember hating that time. Well, to be fair, I hated everything, but especially club recruitment day. No matter how quiet and insignificant I tried to be, someone would always call me out every minute. They tried to get me to join language club, or music club, or art club, or even squirrel watching club. None of this is for me. Maybe language club, but the rest not my thing. I can't play any instruments, I suck at drawing or anything art related, and I'm not a fan of squirrels. Squirrel girls, okay, but squirrels itself, not really. As you can imagine, by the time I met Masato, I wanted nothing to do with clubs, especially from someone who, frankly speaking, looked like the stereotypical idiot jock. Hey you! But contrary to popular belief, I actually did have some semblance of manners. So I stopped and turned to address this bothersome kid. Not interested. I expected some fake smile or even some pleading, but to my shock the guy immediately pulled back his fist and socked me right in the face. Huh? What the hell? Don't give me that, boo. I ain't even said anything yet. Awful rude of you to not even give me a chance. You know what we call that? Uncivilized. Hi, uncivilized. You're the one who just punched me. Oh, you big baby, that wasn't even a gentle tap. The terrible thing was that he looked completely serious about it. To be honest, I briefly entertained the thought that he was part of an abusive household or something. Of course the guy took my thoughtful silence for penitence and steamed ahead. That's more like it. Name's Masato Kurogane. What's yours? Leaving? You're leaving? Yeah, right now. Call me rude, but I was at my breaking point. Getting a fist straight to the nose wasn't exactly welcoming. I might have admired this guy's courage and utter disregard for social niceties, but other than that, he bugged me a lot. Oh, I see what you did there. But you can leave, not before you join track. Track? Hell yeah, our club, man. It pains for you for life, makes you sweat, gives you pain, stretches your physical constitution, till you think you're gonna die. If this guy thought that was a great science pitch, he had a long way to go. Yeah, not interested. That ain't all, man. Truck can save your life, just like it saved mine. Save his life? Yeah, right. Good for you. Ain't it? Truck's literally lifesaver, man. Thanks, but no thanks. Hey, where are we going? I'm just getting to the best part. I cried on the inside, but patiently nodded my head. If you get good enough, you can get a scholarship. This place don't come cheap, you know. Even a little amount would help your parents. Thanks for beginning to make sense. Is that why we're in track? Come to think of it, you still haven't told me your name. Interestingly enough, I found that I was actually beginning to like this guy. At least he wasn't superficial like everyone else. Even think he was the opposite. He wore his heart on his sleeve. Besides, I needed something to do while Rui was in drama. What else was I gonna do? Art? Dance? Squirrel watching? Yama Ishimoto. Huh, what kind of name is that? My parents liked poetry. No way. Oh gosh, he was probably gonna rant about how poetry and literature is waste of time. Who's their favorite? Matsubashu, Kobayashi, or maybe foreign guys like Edgar Allan Poe or William Shakespeare? What the? You like poetry? Of course I do. Poetry is the manliest way to cry. This guy only got stranger. What about literature? Manliest way to hate people. Science? Manliest way to take stuff apart. Math? Manliest way to put stuff together. History? Manliest way to predict the future. By any chance, what are your grades? Average of 99. No wait, the highest class average I ever had was 92. This guy was smarter than me? I don't understand you at all. It's okay, you don't need to, you just got a joint track. On second thought, I didn't think he was smarter, he just studied hard. Still, it looks good, it took guts and passion and everything I didn't have. Okay, I'll try now, but only for a little bit. I knew it'd come around, come on, let's get to track. Already? Don't you have another unfortunate souls recruit? And the others will take care of them, let's go. And that was how I met Masato. I was never really a real track member, but for some reason he always wanted me to be. Even now, I don't really understand why. He probably just wants to help people back on their best. Then why would he pick me when there's so many people who would love track and running and competitions and all that crap? Maybe he picks people that have like on the face just the expression that they are down and you know. And maybe he can like sixth sense that predict that something bad happened to you. Huh? Isn't that the whole point of picking you? Because I'm useless, so turning me into somebody useful means a lot. Because you're a challenge. You know, that doesn't exactly make me feel any better. Why not? You should feel very, very loved. Oh, I do. I bet too loved. Masato probably sees you like a little cousin or a younger brother. Do you know that? What? Masato does? Why would he do that? You know, kids, sometimes there's just nice people in the world and you shouldn't question it. And sometimes there are ulterior motives behind everything. Masato Kurogane, ulterior motives. Well, that's true. I guess it's not like Masato would fake anything. But it still doesn't make any sense. Why would he choose me, a random stranger, as his little brother? To be honest, I've usually thought of Masato as my little brother, since he's, you know, kind of obtuse and not cynical and embittered by the world. Something like that, kind of innocence. Maybe you shouldn't be asking why your friends love you, Yama. Maybe you should be looking for ways to return that love, instead of looking for ways to deserve it. I sounded really cool, didn't I? I'm leaving. Oh come on kid, that was good, admit it. I admit it, I'm still living. He only chuckles and slaps a hand on my shoulder. Have a good day, kid. Yeah, I only nod wordlessly in response as I step out of his office. My throat almost feels clogged, as if I'd just heard something that I really, really needed to hear. Huh, maybe these meetings really are a good thing. Whoa, move those legs, you filthy mangas, move them, double time! What the heck? I peer around searching for the source of the noise, and find Akira racing around the entrance, a large lumpy backpack slung over her shoulders. Oh, Sarge, please, I've been running 6 miles, I swear I'm gonna collapse. I shouldn't be able to hear you over the sound of your tears. Privates, hop to it. Akira? I gingerly step in front of her and wave to catch her attention. She grins to a halt, tilting her head curiously at me. What are you doing here? I'm here for drama club, of course. But no one else is here. I'm doing an immersion exercise, Lute. An immersion exercise. Yep, I need to act half dead from a boot camp, so I'm gonna run a mile around that school track with his backpack. A mile, but that backpack looks as big as her. Boot camp, is that why you're calling me Lute? Nah, I'm calling you Lute because Lute is short for lieutenant. Well, darn my socks, don't you catch on fast? Usually her antics would annoy me, but for some reason it's something right now, like white noise in a messy world. I know that might sound weird, but she's also cute. Do you usually do things this intense for drama club? Huh, oh no, this is easy. You should have seen what I had to do yesterday. I was the sadistic serial killer. What did you do for that? I ate a bunch of cereal. I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or exasperated. Say, Lelouch, if you don't have anything to do right now, why don't you join us? We're doing some exercises that you might like. What makes you think I like them? From what Rui says. What exactly does she say? That you will like the exercises. That's cyclical logic. On the contrary, it has nothing to do with bikes. So, well, technically, I don't have anything to do. Wait, Rui will be there? I thought that the silent Akira would be a blessing, but it's just unsettling. Rui has something to do today. But if you come tomorrow, you can watch her bedazzle the crowd. Tomorrow's Saturday, isn't it? Oh, is it? You don't know what day of the week is it? It is. It's Tuesday for my character. And in my defense, there's a half day on Saturdays. Just no clubs, which is kind of important. She doesn't seem to hear me. Instead, she just checks her phone for the time. Hey, bootcamp is ending. What about your mile? Let's go. She reaches out and grabs my wrist, but suddenly lets go as if it's a burning iron. I send a questioning look at her, but she only shrugs it off. Come, Lelouch, adventure awaits. Without any further explanation, she marches into the classroom building. Well, this should be interesting. Akira leads me into classroom 3A, where a dozen students are seated in a ring, looking expectantly at Akira. One of the girls immediately leaps to her feet. I recognize her as the drama club president. Where have you been, maggot? You know how late it is? Immediately, Akira stumbles forward as she is dead exhausted, the backpack sliding from her shoulders and crashing to the ground. Sorry, sir. I took a detour. A detour? What kind of detour can you take on the training course? Akira, is she? Akira right now? Points a tremulous finger in my direction. He jumped on me, sir, out of nowhere. I don't even know how he got there. All eyes swivel to me, waiting to see how I handle this sudden development. They are probably expecting me to dodge out, to freeze, or to just stare at them, like they're a bunch of weirdos. Heck, even I'm expecting me to do something along those lines. But instead, sheer instinct takes over. Years of make-believe with Rui molds me into what is needed. At the moment, a foreign spy who helplessly stumbled on the military operation. Sorry, I'm a tourist. Lost my way. I softly move my hand to my hip, where my imaginary gun holster lies. Surprisingly, the club president is perceptive enough to catch it up. He's a spy! Right, as I pretend to whip out my gun, Akira tackles my arm, throwing me to the ground. I feel a shout of pain run up my shoulder, ripping a very real cry of agony from my throat. Akira proceeds to fly lock my arms behind my back, leaning over until her mouth is next to my ear. Drop the gun! Through her haze of my pain, I manage to hold my character together. Akira nudges my arm, gentler this time, and I yell, opening my fingers in a releasing motion. Sir, what should I do? The club president kneels down, looking at me straight in the eye. I'll tilt my head upward, staring as challengingly as I possibly can. Nice one. Strangers don't usually pick up so easily. The entire room relaxes as she sits before me, bowing her head slightly. Welcome to the Dragon Club. I'm the club president. Sorry you came on a pretty hectic day. No, it was interesting. Akira, could you let go of me? Akira suddenly squeaks, lunging away from me. An uncharacteristic blush crawls to her cheeks as she vainly attempts to cover her eyes with her hands. It's really unusual for her, but kinda cute. Almost reminds me of Rui. I suppose they've rubbed off on each other at this point. Quickly disregarding these thoughts, I focus back to my physical status and move my arm back to its regular position. It twinks painfully. I can't hide the wince, which the club president immediately notices. Oh gosh, are you okay? I test my arm for a moment, but the pain subsides. Probably just overstretched slightly. Nah, I should be fine. It's nothing compared to what Mickey's made me to do before. Did I hurt you? I'm really sorry, Yama. It's fine, really. Are you sure? It's unsettling to see Akira so meek. I glance at the club president and raise an eyebrow. She seems to understand. Well, let's try some basic exercises before the next scenario. Stanislavski is magic if everyone... I don't know what does it mean. The rest of the club time is spent in playing around with different objects, pretending that pens use are bombs, chairs, are clouds, and desks or shields. It's amazingly refreshing. I almost forgotten how fun it was to just put everything aside and enter a completely different world. We are joining the club next time. Let's end the episode here actually, so we'll continue of course in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it and see you then. No, seriously, we are joining the club, drama club in the next episode, if that will be possible.